So here's an entertaining one that we can all learn from about a guy who foolishly got involved with a single MOM and pretty much paid for everything, obviously trying to win her affection. And the second he started standing up for himself, saying, I'm not going to be paying for everything anymore, she has a meltdown and says pretty much the only reason that she was dating him is obviously resources. And he went back and said, well, the only reason you're not exactly the hot girl you once were, blah, blah, blah. And a good lesson about how people can use you, and don't be that guy. Title: Am I the a-hole for telling my girl that she isn't the hot girl anymore after she told me that the only reason she dated a guy like me is because she has a kid? Now listen to this. My girlfriend, 29-year-old female, and I have been together for 10 months. She has a son from a previous relationship. Father is not involved, and the child is 5 years old. For the past 3 months, we've been arguing a lot about money. When we first started dating, I made a lot more than her. I made $112,000 a year, and she made $40,000 a year or so. And in our relationship, I therefore pay for the vast majority of the expenses, and I encourage her to use the money she saved to pay off her debt, and I even help pay off her debt. Smack, smack, smack. You're 10 months, and because you make more, you're paying off expenses, and you're also paying off her debt, which she's only going to rack up again. Come on, dude. Have some self-respect. You've never got any girls before. This is the only way you can think you can get a girl to like you? Really? You don't think she's using you? Our relationship got much worse after I helped her out with her career. Oh, imagine that. You're helping her now with her career. To make more money, it gets worse. One of my cousins is high up in the state government and gave her a nice job as a contractor to the state government. So another a-hole working for the government, huh? Shocker. Her salary went up to $78,000 a year, and she's able to work from home as well. So her salary essentially doubled because of this guy. My girlfriend started using her new money to just buy a lot of luxury items. Every time I would come to her apartment, she would have boxes. She spent a ton of money on clothes for her son. I was like, okay, sure, celebrate for a little bit, but let's get back to being responsible and budgeting. Why should she have to be responsible? In her mind, I got this sucker who's willing to pay for everything. But she's also, no doubt, a compulsive spender because she had a lot of debt before they started dating. There are people in this world that they can make $1 million a year. They'll find a way to spend $1.1 million. They just cannot stop pissing away money. And it isn't just about like some spending problem. It's more to that. It says here, however, her spending habits have gotten worse since she took a new salary to get new credit cards and then also started buying stuff on Affirm and Klarna. I think Affirm is the buy now, pay later thing. We argued a lot about this, and I decided to just give up on this, and I was going to stop giving her advice on money unless she explicitly asked. But the problem is she still wants me to still pay for everything like I did when she made $40,000 a year. See? In her mind, this guy's a weak sucker, and he'll take any girl he can get, and so she's milking it for all it's worth. And also, this is who she is, and you wonder why she is single, MOM, and alone. She wants me to drive her car so I can pay for her gas when we do stuff together. Says I should take her and her son on vacation, pay for it all as well. For her son's birthday, she had me buy him a PlayStation 5 and said it was from the both of us. Smack! Dude, you're just inviting yourself to be mistreated. Are you that butt ugly and that no social skills that this is all you got to do, think you can do to get a girl to like you? Really? We got into a big fight, and I told her that now that she makes more money, I was going to be spending less money on her. She then flips out and says that she can get any guy she wants, and she wouldn't have even dated a guy like me if she didn't have a kid. There you go. There you go. Right then and there. And that's what happens so often. And she also had his number knowing he was a weak guy. I asked her what she meant by a guy like me. And she's like, the guys the day before you were tall, jacked, had tattoos, hint, hint. The guy, other girls all wanted them. She said, I should feel lucky that she even gave me a chance. So she's this 29-year-old single MOM, and you're going to find out I was definitely put on weight and all that. In her mind, she's still the hottie that every guy wanted back in high school and college. Well, clearly not the case, but she got this guy, right? I told her, I don't know what your delusions you have. I seen your old photos, yeah, and you were the hot girl in your early 20s, but no one is looking at you like thinking you're that way anymore. You're about to be 30 years old. You're 30 pounds heavier. He says, I thought it was close to 40 pounds, but I didn't want to be mean. And you look like a mom. Sorry to tell you, but no one is looking at us thinking, darn, how did that guy get that girl? Well, good for him for finally growing a pair and standing up to her. Well, you can imagine how that went. She kicked me out of her apartment and told me to KMS, whatever the hell that is. I know what I said was a lot, but I don't want this whole tone to be in the relationship that, oh, I have to keep buying her stuff because I am that unattractive person in the relationship, and that I should feel blessed she is even with me. Well, that's pretty funny. Both of them are morons. She's the moron. I mean, actually, she's the smarter one of the group because she got this dumbass to actually go along with it. She's a piece of crap and she's a user, but she's not stupid. She got this dumbass to do this. But this guy, he doesn't deserve to be treated like this. He's done things to bring this on, but no. Gentlemen, the only way you can get a girl is buying her shit and buying her affection, doing all that, doing things for her, and get nothing in return just for a used up, formerly good-looking girl on your arm, you're out of your mind. Have some self-respect. This guy, and there are a lot of guys out there like that, think this is the only way they're going to get a girl like him. Believe me, a young guy, if he's taking care of himself, if he's on the rise, he takes care of his body, he has some social skills, he doesn't have to do this. And if the girl's only interested in you for paying all these things, then, that says everything about her. But have some self-respect. So good for him for finally standing up to her about the whole, I'm not paying for this shit anymore, and also calling her out on her shit. But that shows you how venomous she is. Like, the only reason I date you is because basically you buy me stuff, and no one else would ever do that. But, good freaking Lord. So guys, let's learn from this guy's mistake here. I mean, just do not be this guy. And if you are, you got to make some serious changes because there are people out there who will do anything to take advantage of you and get everything they can get out of it. And this one, perfect example.